Welcome to the Art Lady's home and my new garden. This is 1 year old. It's going on its second season right now for the summer, and I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to share with you for the month of July 3 new climbing roses that I have that were doing exceptional for July heat. And it's July and then it's the first week of August. So this is when it's brutally hot. And I was shocked at some of my newer climbing roses that were just still flowering and giving up another flush even first week of August with this horrible heat in Central Florida. I'm also going to include another new rose that I have that does exceptional in the heat, and it's the Juliet Florist Rose by David Austin. This rose is Spirit of Freedom. It's a David Austin rose, and it's on a Fortuniana rootstock. I purchased it from K&M Roses as a tiny, tiny band. In the video, this was in mid-July, and I planted her as a band beginning of March. So she's 5 months old here in the video and doing really, really well. Right now it's the first week of August, and I'm getting another flush from her just three and a half weeks later after this one. So she's showing a lot of promise. What I really like is that I'm getting lots of buds at the same time. Sometimes I get sporadic, few here, few there. I want something that's going to give a big, beautiful show. She also smells really beautiful. She has that classic rose scent with a little bit of citrusy smell to her. And I love the color. It's not a warmish pink with, undertones of, apricots and yellows. It's more of a cooler pink with undertones of purpley, a light purpley hint. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what she's going to do in the spring. Right now, her blooms are a little bit small, and in midday, she will wilt a little bit, but I'm not seeing drastic burn from her like I get from some of my darker purple roses. So she has a lot of promise here, and I'm real excited about her. She was an extremely small new band rose when I got her, and I planted her in the ground, and I just amended the soil with some bone meal. New roses, I don't put a lot of fertilizer on them, and I waited several months before I gave her any fertilizer. She was just planted in this composted horse manure with peat moss. And then a few months later, I started fertilizing her, and then she just took off. And she's halfway up the arbor already, and that's about 6 months old. I am seeing a little bit of black spot, and I do see she needs some iron because my soil runs a little bit alkaline. But other than that, she had a little bit of bug damage, but not much, and I did not spray her for black spot at all. This is the first week of August, that I've sprayed her, and she seems to be pretty disease resistant. She's not losing a lot of her leaves, but I am going to spray her for black spot and bugs. Her flowers last between 3 and 5 days in this high summer heat, and we're experiencing 95 to 98 degree temperatures during the day, so that'll give you an idea. The next rose is the Parade Climbing Rose, and this is on a Fortuniana rootstock. Again, it's 5 months old. The roses I'm talking about today are going to be newer roses to my garden, including this one. This was also purchased at K&M as a really, really small band. And this performed a little bit better than Spirit of Freedom. She's a little bit more vigorous. She's a lot taller. She didn't take long to start shooting off. Like within 2 months, she was already huge and flowering, where Spirit of Freedom took a little bit longer. but she has done phenomenal. All summer long, she has flowered for me. And I have her with Crown Princess Margarita, both on the same side of this arbor. And she's double the size of Margarita, but Margarita is still beautiful, and I'll talk about her a little bit later. But this one seems to last longer. The flowers last longer. She's more prolific, and she just seems to be a real promising rose for Central Florida. So I'm real excited about this one too. I was really lucky with the ones I picked, and it's almost like potluck unless you know somebody who has them growing in their yard and are successful in your area. This is Central Florida, Zone 9B. I'm between 9A and 9B. I have sprayed her twice, I think, for bugs using Captain Jack's a couple times this summer, but that's about it. She didn't require too much. She didn't get any black spot. Her leaves are yellowing a bit now, and I am going to spray with a Bare 3-in-1 just in case, but I think it's just the heat stress. And here's Crown Princess Marguerite, or Margarita, and she is the David Austin rose. She's beautiful. She's on a Fortuniana rootstock. She is not as vigorous as Parade next to her. She took longer to come into her own, to show growth. She was a tiny, tiny band again on Fortuniana rootstock. And first, her flowers were a lot smaller, her first few flowers of the season, and then she took a while to give me flushes. I had one here, one there, and now mid-July, which I was shocked at her showing me mid-July, a bunch of flowers. So she is promising. I'm pretty excited about her too. And she is just starting to get this deeper color even in mid-July, where I had more lighter, paler color, her first few buds and flowers. So I'm excited about her. Both of these roses don't seem to be affected by that midday heat, Parade and Crown Princess Marguerite. But Marguerite's flowers don't last as long as Parade's. Her flowers last probably about 4 days, where Parade's can even last up to 5-6 days. So that's not too bad. That's why I was so excited about Parade. Now this is in the July 1st of August summer heat. So I'm expecting the flowers to last even longer in the fall and then the following spring. This spring, they were new bands for me, so I did not get to see them flower at all for the spring. I was actually away too while they were flowering, so I didn't get to see them for 2 months until I came back. And so this is the first time that they're really performing for me because they were such a young band, both of the roses. So I'm really looking forward to that following spring so that I can see what they're going to do. And I'll update you on both of them. And what's great about both of these is they're lasting a long time. This one's been out for about 3-4 days, and it looks really great. We've had little bits of overcast sky for the few days, but not completely overcast. And they are holding their own. They're not fading or they're not burning. And they're just stunning. So beautiful. And it's a young plant. And for the end of July, this is phenomenal. Beautiful. And then in the distance, here is Delish, and then Princess Charlene.
This is the Impressionist climbing rose, and I only have one flower so far, right now. And this is in July, toward the end of July. And she's a young plant, but quite beautiful. The colors are just real promising. That. And this is the second time she's flowered this summer, but I've only got a few flowers each time. She's just a real young rose for me, but I'm really excited about this. I think she's just beautiful with these colors. And a lot of times when I have a young plant like this, I don't see the pretty colors quite yet. They haven't developed, but I'm seeing it here with her, and I'm really excited.
So this is a new rose to my garden, the Impressionist climbing rose. This is an own root rose, so I'm doing a trial for her. Right now she's in a huge raised metal bed, 2 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and she's with several other climbing roses. But I'm trying her out just to see. I don't know how she's going to perform here in Central Florida. Her flowers, she looks like she's going to give me quite a bit of flowers, so I'm pretty excited about that. This little girl took a long time to get established, and she took a long time to grow. She is on her second season growing for me. Last year, I got her as a really, really tiny band, and she's about 4 to 5 feet tall right now. A few canes of her are, but most of her is smaller still. But she took a whole year to even get established, and she is an own root rose, so that makes the huge difference. But I'm excited because she is giving me these beautiful colors, and she's showing me lots of buds at the same time. So that's what I'm looking for, is a rose that's going to be prolific and flower on these arbors. She was purchased from Heirloom Roses, and that was about 1.5 years ago. So she was planted in the spring of 2025, and now this is the summer of 2026. But look at those beautiful colors. So she's showing a lot of promise. That's why I'm so excited about her. And I'm just going to baby her. And since she's not on a Fortuniana rootstock, I'm not going to put her in the ground right away. I may eventually dig her up out of this raised up bed, but for now, I'm just afraid of those nematodes getting her. And so I'm going to let her get established first. But she's going to be a really good addition, I think, to this arbor. I did notice that this is July, August, so she's not lasting a long time, though. I only get about 3 days of her on the plant, and then she seems to almost shatter. So I'm still new to her. She's still an experiment for me. So I'm not, I'm on the fence about, I'm going to get another one, or I'm just going to watch her. But sometimes it's really fun to grow these specialty roses with these colors that are just so extraordinary. And so she'll be my little trial here, and I will keep you informed for sure.
And there she is. She's got a lot of promise.
And here is Teasing Georgia on a Fortuniana rootstock. She is an extremely vigorous rose by David Austin. When it's grown on Fortuniana, she gets huge, and she's very prolific, and she flowers all summer long. This is a 5-month going on 6-month-old flower or plant, and she is over 6-7 feet tall. And so I'm going to train her up an obelisk. So I'm going to make a rebar obelisk for her and then have her come up it. She is kind of floppy. You can kind of see how the stems kind of she makes a little mini bouquet, but then they're kind of floppy. So training up something, up an obelisk, on an arbor, etc., it will give it support. She gets deeper color here. She's starting to get into some of this peachy yellow color, and I think that was just because we had some overcast days, so the Florida high intense heat will wash out some of her color. But then if we have cloudy weather, we get a little bit of the colors change with her. And here's a new addition to my garden. She's 2 months old, but this is the David Austin Juliet florist rose, and I got her from a friend who has her, and she flowers all summer long, and she doesn't seem to be bothered by the heat. She is getting a little black spot, so I have sprayed her for black spot, but she's the florist rose, so her flowers last a long time when you cut them and bring them in. And she's prolific. She just keeps on doing flush after flush after flush of, flowers on the whole bush. So she's a good one for Florida if you can get your hands on her. And her flowers last in this 95 to 98 degree temperature. They last 5 days. This is 4 or 5 days. You can see how they're fading now, but they're still on the bush. So that I have noticed that Juliet's color has faded quite a bit in this high summer heat, and her flowers are a lot smaller, but that's to be expected with this. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning into my little patch of heaven here in Central Florida. I hope that you learned a little bit about climbing roses, or what roses to choose for your garden. I will update you, of course. I will be making more videos as my Rose Allée blooms and grows. But those are the few climbing roses that I've selected for the Rose Allée, and I am excited to see it next spring. If you have some climbing roses that you have found are particularly vigorous with prolific blooms, please feel free to leave a comment and let us know, because we're all in the same community of roses and we want to learn from each other. And that's the best way, is what works for you will probably or might work for someone else. So please feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. That helps my channel, and even leaving comments also helps the algorithm of the channel. And happy gardening!